What's going on, everyone? It's Kotetsu here, and today I have brought on my castmate from the One Up crew, introducing Adam. Adam, say hello to everyone here.
Hey guys, you know me, it's Adam.
So, I've done two E3 prediction videos, and I couldn't do this one without someone from my crew. And who else better to do this than with Adam? I got another one planned. I'll try to get Cliff on the next one so we can talk about that. But with this one, we are going to be talking about what we might see at E3 from Nintendo, because you can't have an E3 without one of their biggest, tycoons like Nintendo being there. So yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And also leave a comment down below if there's anything that you guys want to see from Nintendo at E3 this year. But without further ado, let's get to these topics that I have for us. So the first thing we might see at E3 that I'm hoping is the Switch Pro. There has been a lot of I don't want to say speculations. There's just a whole bunch of spec updates that we're gonna see from the Switch Pro. How it's going to run, what it's going to be running on, and just what it'll be doing for existing games and future games that will be releasing for the Switch. But it's always, I feel like you always hear this stuff, but it's not set in stone unless Nintendo comes out, or any company comes out and says, yes, it's here, we have it, we're gonna be shooting it out on this date.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think the Switch Pro is definitely on the horizon. It's hard to say what it's gonna be, definitely. Like, I'm thinking, I mean, obviously, everybody wants to see better sticks, like on Joy-Cons, but maybe it may just be, like, a TV mode only thing. Like, it's hard to say, honestly, what they might do with it. But like, I do want to see something like a Joy-Con Pro or something like that, with like better sticks, maybe like a sturdier build quality, maybe like a little thicker or something. But like, I don't know, or just have it be one big handheld or something, and have it be able to connect to a dock. It's hard to say what they'll do, but hey, it'll be cool.
Yeah, that's true, because they couldn't have all that big hardware and then not have it kind of stable. Like, you couldn't do the dock thing. So
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll definitely see if we'll see it. If we'll see it at E3, or we'll see it at their direct that they said they're going to be having, I think, after or before. But we'll see.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that we're gonna have to wait for Nintendo to come out and say themselves.
Hmm.
The next thing that we hope to see at E3 2021 is another Mario game. Now, this doesn't have to be something that Nintendo themselves are working on, because we've all know that Ubisoft has done a great job with Nintendo's IPs, and Nintendo is pretty stingy with their IPs, and the fact that Ubisoft has been the one to step up with Mario plus Rabbids and quote unquote Star Fox when they gave us Star Fox in Starlink. But we might see another game from Mario. Like, I heard Koei Tecmo wanted to do something with Mario, which would be amazing.
Mario Warriors.
Yeah, like that'd be really cool to see, right? It'd be really
Yeah.
cool to see, but you never know. If Nintendo, I think Ubisoft definitely, gave Nintendo that trust that, okay, we can lend out our IPs to other developers and see what they can do. But I think we might see another Mario game that will be from Nintendo, or will
Yeah.
be from another developer.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm thinking we may see. Hard to say if we'll see another like spin-off title or another platformer. I think a platformer makes a lot of sense because of, like, I don't know, we're gonna get Mario Golf, and that was announced, which that's gonna be really cool. But like, I want to see another Mario Kart, but I don't think we will just yet
Hmm.
because like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been doing so darn well. Like still, it's
Yeah.
still one of like the most best-selling Switch games on the market right now. But
Yeah.
it's hard to say if we'll see Mario Kart 9 or anything like that, or DLC or something for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is pretty far-fetched, but you never know. Um, I think they said something like they wanted to continue to support the game at one point, some press release, something like that.
Hmm.
But I digress. Again, it's definitely something that we gotta see to believe once we see like, you know, what they have in the works. I'd love to see like a new spin-off title, like oh man, like the Mario baseball games or Mario Strikers, something like that. That'd be really cool. But I digress. It's okay. We'll see something,
We'll
something
see.
Mario.
Yeah, we'll see. We got a couple weeks before we'll see something. The next game on this list of games we might see from Nintendo is, of course, Breath of the Wild 2. Now, I've said this in my last video, and I can't talk about Nintendo stuff without bringing this up. But the last thing that we saw, I would say the last video or gameplay footage we saw was at E3 2019. Was it 2019?
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
where we saw the footage of Link and Zelda going into that cave or cavern or whatever, and then you see like the the remnants of Ganon when he's awakening, the body of Ganon when he's gonna be awakened by this power. And that's really it. And then we heard other news when they did their Zelda event a couple months ago, and the director, I think it was director, he said that they have nothing for us now, or which was then, but they might have something this year. But it's really hard to kind of say. There's a lot of stuff going around saying that we're gonna be seeing this, we're gonna see that, but
Yeah.
it's really hard to kind of speculate what direction, what developmental direction they'll go with this title, and what we will see that's going to top their other awesome Zelda game that has released for the Switch.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think we may see the game at E3, at least a little bit. We may see some gameplay or maybe a new trailer, a teaser, something around those lines. But I'm thinking we may get like a 2022 release window at the very least. And in the gameplay department, I think they should stray away. This may sound a little far-fetched. I think they should stray away a bit from making it too much like Breath of the Wild, but
Hmm.
maybe make it a bit more of maybe a slightly linear focused structure. Have
Right.
like little dungeons or like showcase more of that underground area and like have the world be all different and maybe turned on its head a bit and just kind of like experiment with dungeons a bit. I think that's what people want to see. Like more unique dungeons, more like crazy nonsense to mess with, and just kind of pull it all together into like this neat little package that, I don't know, it can feel unique and stand on its own, but also as a potential sequel, as is rumored as what it is. I mean, hard to say what it is, but you know.
Yeah, like like that actually makes sense because the last game was very open. I had no problem with it at all. I enjoyed the game very much. I think I
Yeah.
played through it like 3 times already. I
Mhm.
want to make it a fourth time soon. Um, but yeah, like going back to giving us those dungeons, giving us those nice unique puzzles that we got to see. I think the puzzle base were just like I feel like the puzzles that we did get were the shrines, which was
Yeah.
like, I mean, it wasn't a big deal, but I mean, to kind of have those kind of classic, dungeon puzzles that we saw in the older games, such as Link's Awakening, and Twilight Princess, and of course the Skyward Sword, which is going to be released soon. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, we'll definitely see what we'll get at this year's E3, which would be really cool. The next game that's on the list of games we might see at E3, which is a big if, is Metroid 3. There's been so much, I don't want to say anarchy with the game, but just so much developmental challenge on their side, because if you didn't know, they had some developers that worked on Halo. They had some developers that worked on, uh, was it Borderlands? I think there was another one, um, and they just couldn't find. And I think what people think this is a good thing, and it's like it's not. It really isn't a good thing to hear that they work with different developers. Like that doesn't mean that they're all here and they're working on this powerhouse game. It could mean that these developers can't produce the vision that they see for Metroid, for the third game. So um, there's a lot of people that hope we will see Metroid come early next year. But I say, like, if there hasn't been like real news on it, unless they're really being like secretive about it, then I'd say release window, late 2022, early 2023. But,
Yeah, definitely.
But there is hope that we might see it at E3 this year. There is a little light at the end of the tunnel. We might see it at E3 this year.
Yeah, definitely. Like the Metroid games, they're loved by many, myself included, and it'd be really cool to see just more on like these developments, because I know, what is it? Metroid Prime 4 got teased a while back, and it's been in development hell for a while, and it kind of stinks. But like having to toss developers and all that, getting like retro studios back, it's cool, if not a little, for the fans who hear about it, it's like, a bummer. But in my heart of hearts, I think the more time in the oven the game gets, the better it'll be in the long run. So like, just, give it some time. I'm sure we may see something this year, and if we don't, hey, there's always next year.
Yeah, and I apologize. I said 3, and I forgot there was a 3.
Yeah, it's okay.
4.
Yeah, There's the trilogy, and now there's going to be like the fabled 4th game. So
yeah, but you're right. And like you said, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You don't hear anything. It doesn't mean the game has been scrapped. It just means that they're just taking their time and they're trying to make something that people will enjoy when it does release. And the final game that we might see, I think we will see at E3, is Splatoon 3. I think I forgot when they even said anything about this game. I forgot when.
It was like the last mainline Nintendo Direct, right?
I think so.
It was right at the end, right at the tail end. They teased it, and I remember thinking like, wait, what? More Splatoon? But Splatoon 2 is already selling so well.
Yeah, it was a weird thing to see. But I think as much as we saw, like a new weapon, and it looked like we're getting a little bit more of like an open world kind of thing with the game. Yeah, that's really it. We didn't see like much after that. But yeah, we might see this at E3 this year. Initially with a release of a test fire, because that's always been their theme, which they really release a game, they give us like at least 2 or 3 test fires to see how the game runs online, because that's their focus, and that's what the fans are going to be. So they got to see how this game runs online. So we definitely might see a trailer and then like a release window for test fire, I'd say in August, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. That could be really cool. Or like even push that back to fall, or hard to say really, but I do think that a test fire makes sense, especially since it's running probably off of the same engine / groundwork of the previous games. Probably just refined with maybe like some UI tweaks and some movement tweaks and just some overall maneuverability stuff. That's what I really want to see. I want to see more like maneuverability options. Just make the game wild. I think that'd be really cool. Because like Splatoon's a game that I've always wanted to get like more into. Especially with the online. Like I used to play like a few matches a day and just kind of be like, I'll play more later, and I never get around to it. But I think Splatoon 3 has the opportunity to make the game even more engaging. Just you could add so much to the basic formula, and I
Yeah.
don't know. Hard to say what we'll see, as I keep saying about literally everything. But uh, again, really, it's up in the air at this point because like E3's coming, uh, summer's coming, and like this is just where the hype train starts a rolling, and I
Very
couldn't
true.
be any more excited about all this stuff.
Very true. All right, well, that is going to be it for this predictions video. We talked all Nintendo, and yeah, I couldn't, not talk about, Nintendo here because, we might see something pretty crazy here. But I want to say thank you to Adam for joining me today for this video. I do
Yes, of
appreciate that.
course.
Make sure you
Always happy to be here.
guys make sure you guys go follow and subscribe to him. You see me on one of his videos. We talked about Tales of Arise, which was pretty fun. And also, you guys make sure to like, share, and subscribe here as well. Again, make sure you guys, or let me know, not make sure, let me know what you guys want to see, hope to see at E3 this year. If it was in the list here or if it's something that we didn't talk about, let me know in the comment section down below. But that is going to be it. Again, thank you, Adam, for joining me. And I'll see you guys on the next one.